Sure, let's go. If you want to go, let's go.
Oh, right. Well, let me get my shoes. Fuck.
Okay, well, where are we going? You taking me out for dinner?
Yeah, sure. If you're paying.
That's not how that works. Hold on. I've been scammed again. Damn it, why does this always happen to me?
You're baited.
Okay, have you found where we left off? Or do you need help?
That's like your job or something.
Well, for me it's on page 45 out of 80, but...
I mean, there's page numbers that I actually fixed for a reason.
Yeah, this one, it says 45, but I don't know how well you fixed it. I don't trust you.
Wow. Because it's page 45.
Hey, he found it.
Paint.
Pretty sure there's not supposed to be an extra line break between different chapters. If you look over here.
That's fine. The background it was by design.
Okay, I have no clue where we left off.
Something about the ungrateful people because you dragged
scroll up.
50 years.
I forgot about. Honestly, that's probably gonna be the first piece of Bible merch. Like, you shall not cook a young goat in the milk of its mother. What the fuck? Dude, that's just such an... Imagine having that on a shirt. That's so alpha. Holy shit. I'm trying to quickly glance over to remember what happened, but...
I got some coffee liqueur and it's really nice.
Little coffee.
Yeah. But it's alcohol coffee.
For 6 years each other. Wait, so I'm assuming Skydus is talking to someone? Oh yeah, and the last stream was mostly laying down laws, right?
Oh yeah. That was
don't accept the other. Don't let other people on your land because they believe in other gods, and they might also make you believe in that, and that would be not okay. 3 times each year you shall celebrate feasts to me. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Yeah, the diets. Do some kind of rituals.
No. Ritualistic murder.
Oh. And then you will apparently visit the various other clans, but don't worship their Skyduses because reasons.
Well, there's only one true Skydus, we all know that.
So I guess our group of people is just exploring the world and laying waste to anyone they come across because it's their land now, because Skydus said so. I think that's roughly what's happened. Hello me! Bunch of foreskins were lost. Plenty of people died, summary. I was talking specifically about the last stream though, not the Bible in general. Should just rename the Bible to The Collection of the Foreskins.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm here. What is it, Teras?
The Foreskin Chronicles.
The Lord of the Foreskins.
Oh. Foreskin 2, The Reckoning.
Return of the Snipping.
Foreskin 3, The Sharpening.
That's not how that works, me. It's Lard be with you. Provided that you have BTTV, of course. Anyway, let's get into it. Exodus 24. He also said to Moses, "Ascend to the Lard, you and triple Aaron, and Adab, and Abihu, and the 70 elders out of Israel, and adore from a distance. And only Moses will ascend to the Lard, and these shall not approach. Neither shall the people ascend with him,
Your notification things are... No, wait, they're fine. It just took a
Wait,
while.
wait. So he said to Moses, ascend to the Lord, you and Triple Aaron and various other people,
Yeah.
but only Moses will ascend to the Lord.
Yeah.
Neither shall the people ascend with him that were mentioned to be supposed to be ascending in literally the sentence previously.
Yes. Problem.
So basically, Moses shall ascend, and the other shall ascend, but not ascend.
Yes. You
Okay.
got it. See, I knew you can manage.
Therefore Moses went and explained to the people all the words of the Lord, as well as the judgments. And all the people responded with one voice. I wonder what that voice is. Like, did they all just silently agree?
Is it like
Okay,
a
when
deep
Moses
voice?
comes back and tells us what happened, we will all just do our best Kermit impression and talk in unison. Or like, what?
One of us. One of us.
Unfortunately, I can't really do a Kermit voice, but wait.
Wow.
Apparently they spoke with one voice.
One whole entire.
We will do all the words of the Lord which he has spoken. How do you do words?
Magic. Perform word.
They all went, yes, Lord, and winked. Then Moses wrote all the words of the Lord. Wait, what? Why did he write them now as well? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So the Lord spoke all of these words to him. He memorized them, repeated them to the people, and then he wrote them down.
Yeah, in that exact order, yes.
I mean, I dare I say it could have been, if you had done certain things in a different order, that would have been beneficial, dare I say. But hey, maybe he just has an amazing memory. And rising up in the morning, he built an altar at the base of the mountain with 12 titles according to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Wow.
Why do you build an altar with a title? Is title in the context of an altar something different?
No, you.
Actually, not sure what I'm supposed to picture here. Next sentence is going to be Kappa. This entire book is that. And he sent youths from the sons of Israel, and they offered holocausts, and they immolated calves as peace offerings to the Lord. And so Moses took 1/2 part of the blood, and he put it into bowls. Then the remaining part he poured over the altar. And taking up the book of the covenant, he read it in the hearing of the people, who said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do. And we will be obedient. In truth, taking up the blood, he sprinkled it on the people, and he said, this is the blood of the covenant which the Lord has formed with you concerning all these words. I like how they always repeat that it all revolves around those words that were mentioned by the Lord.
Yep.
How many times has the word been used? Moses and Triple Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel ascended. Wait, but they were supposed to not ascend. So why did they ascend?
To assert dominance, question mark.
It's like, okay, well, we've had enough of being obedient here. Fuck you. We're taking over now. This is a revolution.
Wait, I got the perfect.
And they saw the skies of Israel, and under his feet was something like a work of sapphire stone, or like the sky when it is serene. Wait, under whose feet? Under Skytis' feet?
Wait. Wait. Let me share. Wait. Let me share.
You gotta share your screen for whatever you're trying to do.
It's not.
Is it working? I think it's working.
Where the fuck? There we go. Oh, we run away. Come back. What the I hate this fucking There you go.
Probably allowed fucked off, so they were allowed to go up there. But no, they literally went up there to meet with him. I mean, it even says they saw the skies of Israel. So he was somewhere up there, and under his feet, referring to the Lord, was this.
You're welcome.
No, you.
I'm here till Tuesday.
Neither did he lay his hand upon those of the sons of Israel who were at a distance. So he just decided, you know what, I told you to ascend even though you were not supposed to ascend. So I'm not gonna lay a hand on you. Because while you listened to one thing that I instructed, you didn't listen to the other one, but I'm gonna show mercy and not kill you. How generous. And they saw Skytis, and they ate and drank. Then the Lord said to Moses, ascend to me on the mountain and be there. And I will give to you tablets of stone and the law and the commandments that I have written. So may you teach them. Oh, wait. I always thought that Moses had to write the commandments and they were just like told to him. I didn't know that they were actually already written.
Yeah, they're just given to him.
Or maybe he just... Wait, maybe he just gives him the tablets and then verbally gives him the commandments that he has written down somewhere else, actually. Could also be. So it's not necessarily clear. Moses rose up with Joshua, his minister. What's a minister?
Well, you know the minister. You know, it's been the whole Bible's been talking about him like all this time. Like,
True.
I'm practically sick of hearing about it.
Yes, the totally introduced role of the minister. And Moses, ascending on the mountain of Skytis, said to the elders, wait here until we return to you. You have triple Aaron and Hur with you. If any question arises, you shall refer it to them. Imagine if your name was Hur. Where are you going? I'm meeting up with her. Who's her? Your girlfriend? No, her. Like, just... This is just gonna be very confusing. And when Moses ascended, a cloud covered the mountain, and the glory of the Lord dwelt upon Sinai, covering it with a cloud for 6 days. And on the 7th day, he called to him from the middle of the mist. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Whatever that means. Now the appearance of... Wait, what? Now the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a burning fire over the summit of the mountain in the sight of the sons of Israel. And Moses, entering into the midst of the cloud, ascended the mountain. And he was there for 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, question.
Yes.
There was a cloud, which is mentioned.
Yes.
Yes. And a cloud covered it for 6 days. And then on the 7th day, he called to him. So I presume the Lord called to Moses. Oh wait, Moses already ascended. When Moses had ascended, so Moses is already at least some part up the mountain. And now there's a cloud that covers the mountain. So Moses is in the cloud, most likely. Yes. Unless the cloud only covers the summit, but that would probably be explicitly mentioned. So Moses is now in the cloud.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And the glory of the Lord dwelt upon Sinai, which is the mountain that Moses is climbing, covering it with a cloud for 6 days. I presume that's just a repetition of what was mentioned before. So the cloud that Moses is in, that is covering the mountain, is there for 6 days. And on the 7th day, he, I presume the Lord, called to him, I presume Moses, from the middle of the mist. which mist, and then other stuff, and Moses entering into the midst of the cloud that was already gone because we were already at 7 days. Like, something doesn't add up here.
You think so?
You weren't paying any attention.
I was paying brief attention, but it's, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that you haven't paid any attention really at all. You're not helpful.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to be helpful? Oh, fuck. You could have told.
Yeah, read this.
Everything. Yeah, and Moses had ascended, the cloud covered the mountain. Yeah, the cloud, yeah. And glory of the Lord dwelt upon Sinai, covering it with the cloud for 6 days. And on the 7th day he called to him from the middle of the mist.
Which mist? Because the cloud was there for 6 days. So on the 7th day, so after the cloud is gone, there's no mist?
No. I presume what it's meaning here is that the cloud was there for 6 consecutive days. As in a continuous time, and then
it realized, you know what, I'm gonna book an extra day.
But it never mentioned that it, dissipated after the 6th day. It's just telling you that 6 days have now passed, and then on the 7th day, it's telling you that there's now someone speaking from inside of it. It never vanished. It's just the Bible just taking a roundabout way of telling you that it's been there for 6 days now. Instead of going, the mist is here, and then 7th day, it's just telling you that that days have actually passed. It's the Bible, so
yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, then that would actually.
See, I'm not useless.
Yes, this is why you got paid.
Oh, wise.
Exodus 25. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, so that they may take the first fruits to me. You shall accept these from every man who offers his own accord. Now these are the things that you must accept: gold and silver and brass. What do you pronounce the hyacinth? And purple, and twice dyed scarlet, and fine linen. Wait, it's linen in English, right? Linen. And hair of goats. And the skins of rams dyed red, and skins of violet, and satin wood. Oil to prepare lights, aromatics as ointments, and sweet-smelling incense. Onyx stones and gems to adorn the ephod, as well as the breastplate. And they shall make a sanctuary for me, and I will live in their midst. So he's not just saying, give me stuff, he's also saying what kind of stuff he accepts.
Yes. He's not just going to take anything in it.
So what if you're a farmer and you just provide food? I don't think any form of food was mentioned.
Well, then you're fucked.
According to exact likeness of the tabernacle and all of the vessels for its rituals, that I will reveal to you, so you shall make it. Join together an ark of satin wood. Oh no, not again. Whose length shall hold 2½ cubits, the width 1½ cubits, the height likewise 1½ cubits. And you shall overlay it with finest gold, inside and out. And over it you shall fashion a gold crown all around. Wait, what? So you have a ship made of satin wood with certain measurements, and you shall overlay it with finest gold. So basically cover it in gold, like the inside and the outside, so that every visible surface is covered in gold. And over it, so over the surface, you shall fashion a gold crown all around. Like, is there not just another way of saying covered in gold?
Yes.
Or what? Because it says gold crown all around. If it was just put a gold crown on top, sure, but gold crown all around? It's some kind of
Maybe
fancy.
they just want to cover all bases, so someone can't just come there with like a partially gold crown and go like, haha, yes, crown. And then they're like, well, that's wrong. And then they're like, no, no, but you didn't specify.
And over it you shall fashion a gold crown all round, and 4 gold rings, which you shall set into the 4 corners of the ark. Let 2 rings be on one side, and 2 on the other. 1 ring to rule them all. Likewise, you shall make bars of setim wood, and cover them with gold. And you shall put them through the rings that are in the sides of the ark, so that it may be carried on them. What?
Yeah, that's the one.
Hold on. So there's a golden ring in each of the 4 corners of the ark.
Yes.
I like how it's then specified 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. Yeah, if you put them in each corner, it's kind of... yeah, whatever. And then make bars of wood and cover them with gold. And you shall put them, so the wooden bars, through the rings, so that it may be carried on them.
Interesting.
So sort of like a handle? Or what am I supposed to picture here? These must always be in the rings. Neither shall they ever be drawn out from them. And you shall place the testimony which I will give to you in the ark. You shall also make a propitiatory of the finest gold. Ah, yes. I am totally familiar with that word. Propitiatory. Basically just put text on it with finest gold. Okay. Sure. Its length shall hold 2 1/2 cubits, and the width 1 1/2 cubits. Likewise, you shall make 2 cherubim of formed gold on both sides of the oracle. Let 1 cherub be on the one side, and the other be on the other. And let them cover both the sides of the propitiatory, spreading their wings and covering the oracle. And let them look out toward one another, their faces being turned towards the propitiatory, with which the ark is to be covered, in which you will place the testimony that I will give you. Interesting. This is the second time that the cherubim have ever been mentioned. The first time was like in the very beginning. Like, weren't the cherubim guarding the paradise or something like that? Or Eden, or whatever you want to call it.
Wait.
I believe that it was mentioned, at least somewhere around that time.
Hold. Who was guarding what?
I think a cherubim or something like that was guarding something at the very beginning of the Bible, but I don't quite remember. From there, I will warn you and speak to you above the propitiatory, and from the middle of the 2 cherubim, which will be over the ark of the testimony, about everything that I will command of the sons of Israel through you. So basically, build an ark with all of these specific details so that I can use it to communicate with you. Even though we can communicate just fine right now, but nope, you gotta waste all your resources on this.
Wow, God was a picky bitch, wasn't he?
You shall also make a table of setim wood, having 2 cubits of length, and 1 cubit in width, and 1 cubit and 1/2 cubits in height. And you shall overlay it with the purest gold, and you shall make it with a gold lip all around. And for the lip itself, an engraved crown, 4 fingers high, and above it, another little gold crown. What?
Yes.
Likewise, you shall prepare 4 gold rings and set them in the 4 corners of the same table over each foot. Under the crown there shall be gold rings, so that the bars may be put through them, and the table may be carried, because you couldn't carry a table otherwise.
No, those are really heavy. Didn't you know?
Likewise, the bars themselves you shall make of satin wood, and surround them with gold to lift up the table. Hey, you could have seen that coming.
Not you, question mark.
You shall also prepare small cups, as well as bowls, censers, and measuring cups, which are also cups, but okay, with which the libations, right? With which the libations shall be offered, out of the purest gold. This guy just, why does everything have to be gold?
Well, that's
just fucking tacky.
Yeah, it's how you show wealth and
it's tacky
status and stuff. It's what people do. I mean, it's tacky now, but back in the day, you needed to show somehow that you were,
No, you show status by having a bunch of people doing exactly what you ask of them.
May include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful rectal hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Guidance is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
Me1405 gifted a tier 1 sub to Teras. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Apparently your name is Teras.
What? Oh, hey, look. What? Excuse me.
That's what the text-to-speech lady said. That's what your name is.
Wow.
Well, you're now a sub. Congratulations.
What again? Son of a bitch.
And you shall place upon the table the bread of the presence in my sight always. Question. What is the bread of the presence? So you're not allowed to time travel, go to the past or future, take bread from there, go back to the present, and put it there. It has to be from the current timeline?
Wow.
I don't know what else this means, so I guess no bread acquired through time travel is allowed. You shall also make a lampstand formed from the finest gold, along with its stem and arms, its bowl and little spheres, as well as the lilies proceeding from it. How would a lampstand work? They didn't have lamps in that sense back then. What does lamp actually mean?
Become lamp.
No, seriously, what?
What?
What the hell does he mean with the lamp? Or lampstand rather?
Well, you need a stand for your lamp.
Is that for like candles?
Why is my screen not sharing anymore? I'm confused.
With its stem, all little spheres. Guess.
These guys remember this.
What's up? What did I miss? Do I need to share this again?
I don't know, it's kind of up to you. But it's still funny.
But we've already seen that. We've already established that Exodus is bad. You're just repeating yourself, basically. You're basically becoming the Bible.
See, that's what I do. It's amazing. Eh? I mean, this is really funny, to be fair. The world needs to see this once again.
6 branches shall go out from the sides, 3 out of one side and 3 out of the other. 3 bowls, the size of nuts, shall be on each branch, and a little sphere with it, and a lily. And 3 similar bowls, in the likeness of nuts, shall be on the other branch. and a little sphere with it, and a lily. This shall be the form of the 6 branches, which are to proceed from the stem. Then, in the lampstand itself, there shall be 4 bowls, the size of nuts, and each with little spheres and lilies. Little spheres under 2 branches in 3 places, which together make 6, shall proceed from each one of the stems. Thus both the little spheres and the branches shall be made out of the same thing, entirely formed from the purest gold.
Dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful rectillage, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Skytus is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
Greetings all. Cat Peasant is not home at the moment. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so after the cat pat. Cat pat.
Yes, I have a message. You have now successfully been unscammed. There you go.
Who did what?
Cat Peasant was scammed last time because the alerts were turned off because of the bots. And then the raid already started because I didn't look at the timer and then it didn't get to replay his alert. But I obviously didn't forget because I'm not a scammer, contrary to popular belief. So he has now been officially unscammed.
Oh, wise.
So, well, I would say hello to Cat Peasant, but I guess he's not even home, so what's the point? Hello, Zymas? How do you pronounce that? How's the plot? Teras, how's the plot?
Wait, just show them the picture.
True. 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 I mean, I would have gone with limping along, but that also works. Hype train? I don't see anything about a hype train. Hype trains suck anyway. I participated in a hype train once, and I got scammed.
Nice.
Ever since then, I stopped caring about them. There's a reason people call them scam train. It's pronounced steady. Wait a moment, that's how you pronounce Teras.
Yeah, you know it.
I would also like to point out, so this should be made entirely from purest gold, but as far as I know, if you make something from pure gold, it'll be very what's the word? Gold is very bendy. Like
Soft, yes.
Yeah, soft,
Malleable.
I guess. Moldable.
Malleable.
So you actually need non-pure gold to make stuff like this. So it's actually a very stupid request.
Damn. No gold dildo.
I mean, you do you. You do you. But don't be surprised if you lose half of it.
Just the tip. Ooh.
You shall also make 7 lamps, and you shall place them up on the lampstand, so that they may give light in every direction. Likewise, the candle snuffers. The fuck is a candle snuffer? Or is that a verb?
It's a thing that snuffs out a candle.
Ah, yes, of course. Okay, the tool to cut the wick of a candle, basically. And I'm learning so much from reading the Bible, mostly about how shitty the Bible is. Abraham lost just the tip. That's a different story.
Oh no.
Likewise, the candle snuffers and the place where the candles will be extinguished shall be made from the purest gold. Once again, problem.
Gold.
Put a comment here. The entire weight of the candlestick, with all its parts, shall hold 1 talent of the purest gold. Is a talent a unit of measurement now?
Well, if it wasn't, it is now.
Hold on, Apparently, talent is a unit of weight. Talent, unit of weight used by many ancient civilizations, such as Hebrews, Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans. The weight of a talent and its relationship to its major subdivision, the mina or mina, M-I-N-A, varied considerably over time and location in the ancient world. The most common ratio of the talent to mina was probably 1 to 60. The Hebrew talent, or kikar, probably of Babylonian origin, was the basic unit of weight among the ancient Hebrews. In the sacred system of weights, the Talmudic talent was equal to 60 Talmudic minas. Oh, thanks. Talent was also important among Greek. Okay, I don't care. I want to know how much in kilograms this is. Old isn't a chewing gum, you know? Well, I think for a certain Skydus it might be. I'm trying to find out now how much a talent is. How heavy was a talent? The talent was the heaviest or largest biblical unit of measurement for weight, equal to about 75 pounds or 35 kilograms.
So that's heavy. Hey, Skydus. Do you want to see some Jesus abs?
Probably not. But I don't think there's a way around it, so... Why do you even give me a shot? This is not safe for the stream.
It's just abs, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, sure.
He's got some, you know, he's been working out. Jesus, he's been fucking doing his pull-ups.
Teras is basically just like a door to the weird side of the internet. If you need something weird, just contact Teras. He'll find it for you. And he'll most likely already know about it before you even know what you want. He's just an interesting resource. Okay, so the entire weight of the candlestick, with all its part, shall hold 1 talent of purest gold.
Damn, that's
a fucking candlestick.
I mean, gold is quite dense, so, you know, it's...
Yeah, well, you know what else is quite dense?
Big,
the entire Bible. Observe, and then make it according to the example that was shown to you on the mountain. Wait, there was an example shown on the mountain that wasn't even mentioned. So he already has all of this, and he's just giving him one, and he's like, okay, make more of these. Sort of like a blueprint. I've come to the point where I just stopped questioning Teras and how just accepted this.
Accept your fate.
Perkele Satana, I believe. Or rather, Perkele.
Gold isn't a chewing gum, of course it's chewing. What have I been chewing?
I don't have a good response for that. Probably your own brain cells.
Understandable.
Exodus 26. Truly, thus shall you make the tabernacle. You shall make 10 curtains of fine twisted linen and hyacinth, as well as purple, and twice dyed scarlet, with diverse embroidery. The length of one curtain shall have 28 cubits, and the width shall be 4 cubits. The entire set of curtains shall be of one measure. 5 curtains shall be joined to one another, and the other 5 shall be similarly coupled together. You shall make loops of hyacinth on the sides at the edges of the curtains, so that they will be able to be joined to one another. What the fuck did I just read? So basically, make curtains and then sew them together to have one bigger curtain. I think is what's being requested.
Cubits.
Yes, Teras Minecraft. No.
Yes.
A curtain shall have 50 loops on each of 2 sides, inserted in such a manner that loop may come against loop, and one can be fitted to the other. You shall also make 50 rings of gold, with which the veils of the curtain are to be joined, so that it shall be one tabernacle. You shall also make 11 haircloth canopies to cover the roof of the tabernacle. The length of one canopy shall hold 30 cubits, and the width 4. The measure of all the canopies shall be equal. 5 of these you shall join by themselves, and 6 of these you shall couple to one another in such a manner as to double the 6th canopy at the front of the roof. You shall also make 50 loops along the edge of one canopy, so that it may be able to be joined with the other, and 50 loops along the edge of the other canopy, so that it may be coupled with the other. You shall also make 50 brass buckles, with which the loops may be joined, so that there may be one covering out of all. Then what will be left over of the canopies which are prepared for the roof, that is, one canopy which is in excess, from half of it you shall cover the back of the tabernacle. And 1 cubit will hang down on one side, and another on the other side, which is more than the length of the curtains, protecting both sides of the tabernacle. You shall also make another covering for the roof from the skins of rams dyed red, and above that again another covering of violet-colored skins. You shall also make the standing panels of the tabernacle from settim wood. Of these, each shall have 10 cubits in length and in width, 1 1/2. At the sides of these panels there shall be made 2 dovetails, by which one panel may be connected to another panel, and in this way all the panels shall be prepared. Of these, 20 shall be at the meridian, which lies towards the south. For these, you shall cast 40 bases of silver, so that 2 bases will lie under each panel as its 2 corners. Likewise, at the second side of the tabernacle, which lies to the north, there shall be 20 panels. Having 40 bases of silver, 2 bases shall support each panel. Truly, toward the western part of the tabernacle, you shall make 6 panels, and again another 2, which will be raised at the corners, behind the back of the tabernacle. And these shall be joined together from bottom to top, and one joint shall retain them all. Likewise, 2 of the panels which will be set at the corners shall be served by similar joints. And together these will be 8 panels, and the bases of silver 16, counting 2 bases for each panel. You shall also make 5 bars of settim wood to connect the panels on one side of the tabernacle, and 5 on the other side, and the same number towards the western part. These shall be set along the middle of the panels from one end all the way to the other end. Likewise, the panels themselves you shall overlay with gold, and you shall establish rings of gold in them, by which the bars of the panels may be connected. These you shall cover with layers of gold. And you shall raise the tabernacle according to the example which was shown to you on the mountain. You shall also make a veil of hyacinth, and purple, and twice-dyed scarlet, and fine twisted linen, wrought with a diversity of continuous and beautiful embroidery. And you shall suspend it before 4 columns of settim wood, which themselves certainly shall be overlaid with gold, and have heads of gold, but bases of silver. Then the veil shall be inserted through the rings. Beyond the veil you shall place the ark of the testimony, where both the sanctuary and the sanctuary of sanctuaries will be divided. And you shall place the propitiatory over the ark of the testimony in the Holy of Holies. And the table shall be outside the veil, and opposite the table shall be the lampstand in the meridian of the tabernacle. For the table shall stand at the north side. You shall also make a tent at the entrance of the tabernacle from hyacinth and purple and twice dyed scarlet and fine twisted linen wrought with embroidery. And you shall overlay with gold 5 columns of satin wood, over which the tent shall be drawn. The heads of these shall be gold, and the bases of brass. I just have one question.
Okay.
No, 2. 1, what the fuck did I just read? 2, did anyone actually follow along?
You read instructions on how to please someone with an alarming amount of gold, and no one followed your with you.
It's instructions for building something, and then you put a curtain around it, and these curtains have to be like linked together in a specific way, and then you suddenly have panels that have bases of silver, and then you put the curtains on the panels, and then I have no clue what the fuck we're even building.
Yeah, you don't need to. Not relevant.
We're just make stuff and put it together in a specific way. I was just reading this and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to finish with the building instructions and then ask. And it literally just keeps going and going and going until where I stop now. Like, this is just...
See,
hold on.
It doesn't really matter exactly what you build as long as it's just smothered in gold.
There, I have the ultimate comment on that.
Wonderful.
Okay, bro, sure. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, bro?
Hello, Mr. Burns. I missed some quick summary of the last 45 pages. Teras?
Yes, what? Quick summary of the last 45 pages? Ah, fuck. Wait, what page are we on? Hold. We're on page... Oh, fuck, we're on page 45. Okay, right, buckle up, fuckles. So, quick summary, right? So God, he decided to make the world, he made the world, and he made things in it that walked about and did things, and he made the people, and then he magically made more people out of the existing people, and then there was a lot of people, but then the people started doing stupid things, so he decided he made a mistake, so he told one of them that he liked most, his favorite one, to grab a bunch of people and a bunch of animals on a giant ass fucking boat, and then he flooded the world, and then he made more people out of those people, and so they kind of repeated because the same thing happened because, you know, it's people suck, and I don't think God really sort of realized that. So more people did more people things, and amongst that there was a lot of alarming things that happened, like alarming amounts of incest and non-consensual other dodgy things and pharaoh things, and then there was plagues. Yeah, there was those. There was a snake staff trick because apparently God ran out of mana or something, and was just, you know, making basic small party tricks. I don't know. You just had to make them believe that he was powerful, but then the pharaoh's sorcerers did the same thing anyway. So it was kind of useless. I don't. It's I think I might have been drunk on that part, so I don't quite remember exactly. But I did a bunch of plagues. Got the people who are apparently the more god-worthy people. I don't know when they separated exactly into different people, but apparently those specific people that Pharaoh had trapped, those were his people. So he got them out, and then they fucked off. And then after about like 50 years, God decided to give them rules. So he gave them rules, and then now we're going through instructions on how to build something, and it needs like a fuckload of gold. So I guess in a way, when he got the people using the plagues, he secured himself a fair bit of slave labor to get himself gold, which confuses me because isn't God supposed to be able to, you know, just go whapow gold, you know, like just make it, or something like that, or did he like, or he just, or by this point is he just out of mana? Like is he just empty? Like that's it, that's gone. He's done all his tricks, and he can't do anything else. I don't know. Maybe he's just strong enough. Maybe he's just getting old. Maybe he's just getting old. You never know. Maybe at this point, Gold's just an old man who's just telling people what to do. He's just yelling out the window, "Get out of my lawn! Get me some gold!" Okay, I think I'm done. Possibly. Does that sum it up for you more or less? Because I mean, even if you read it, you're not going to get that much information. It's at some point within the at some point rounded up where the plagues were, there was also a very strict diet, and if you didn't follow it right enough, you just keeled over and died. So yeah, that was pretty good. Just a gold running above a machete, murdering people who aren't winning a belt.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna put that into a highlight afterwards. That's good. I didn't want to interrupt you. You were so well in the flow. That was great. Thank you.
I'm happy here till Tuesday.
They're still in the desert. I think they moved past the desert. They're somewhere, and Moses is on the mountain. And
Don't forget about Aaron, Triple Aaron. For some reason, everyone talks about Moses. No one talks about Triple Aaron.
Well, basically, Moses and
well.
some other people were supposed to get up on the mountain, but the other people were not supposed to get up on the mountain. And then Moses is up there, and God is just telling him what to do. So he's just forwarding it, and basically, literally all of what I have highlighted here, the entirety of Exodus 26. So from here,
forwarding it.
Entirely.
Email.
All of this is just instructions on how to make something. I read all of it and I have no fucking clue.
Maybe you should read it again.
Make curtains and stitch them together, then make panels, and they have bases of silver, and then do other things that have pillars with heads of gold and bases of silver, and then you put all of this together, and then you put the sanctuary in there, and you divide the sanctuary and the sanctuary of sanctuaries. Yes, that is literally over here, where both the sanctuary and the sanctuary of sanctuaries shall be divided. Which, whatever the fuck that means. I have not been introduced to either of them. And then, of course, you shall place the propitiatory over the Ark of the Testimony in the Holy of Holies. Whatever the fuck that means. But now you know.
But is it holy?
It's holy.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Kappa Claus. God, what the back seating. Giving instructions on how to build his temple. Yeah, I thought it would maybe be some kind of altar, but as I was reading, I tried to picture in my head what he's trying to make, and after like 10% of this text or so, I gave up. I don't care enough. And I just read the first line and oh no. No.
Happy Sky.
Buckle up. We have another chapter of Go Fuck Yourself.
Buckle up, fuckos.
Exodus 27. You shall also make an altar of satin wood, which will have 5 cubits in length and the same in width. That is 4 equal sides and 3 cubits in height.
Skydus. How much is a cubit again?
Your mom.
Okay, thanks.
So why don't you just do the research? I have reading to do. And then just put a comment on it.
Nah, that's too much effort.
Just replace every instance of a number in cubits with the actual amount in meters. Just modernize the Bible.
Yes.
Now there shall be horns at the 4 corners of it, and you shall cover it with brass. And you shall make for its uses pans to receive the ashes, and tongs, as well as small hooks and receptacles for fire. And you shall fabricate all of its vessels from brass, along with the grating of brass in the manner of a net. So basically, like, I don't know how to describe, but I actually so far can sort of picture it. I don't know why he's referring to them as horns, but Okay, just somewhere where you can have a fire in all 4 corners. What are you doing?
Cubit.
The problem is, if you just do a generic find and replace, that might not quite work out.
No, it's fine.
Because there's also there's sometimes like 17 qubits and 1/2 qubits, stuff like that. So yeah. And who cares about fucking inches? Fuck you. Along with a grating of brass in the manner of a net. At its 4 corners there shall be 4 rings of brass. Why does everything have to have fucking rings? Which you shall place under the base of the altar. And the grating will extend even to the middle of the altar. You shall also make for the altar 2 bars of satin wood, which you shall cover with layers of brass. And you shall lead them through the rings. And they will be on both sides of the altar to carry it. You shall not make it solid, but empty and hollow at the interior, just like the Bible.
I'll make it a gas.
Just as it was shown to you on the mountain. He really showed off on the mountain, didn't he? You shall also make the atrium of the tabernacle at the southern part of which, opposite the meridian, there shall be hangings of fine twisted linen. One side extending for 118 inches. How the fuck am I supposed to read what this even means? 118 inches, 457 millimeters in length. Thanks, Teras. Very useful.
Oh, that's so much better than qubits.
Are qubits used for quantum computers? Yes, but they're also used for 3D printing. The old way of 3D printing, where you just have slaves to do the printing for you.
Yeah, it's very gold intensive. Wouldn't recommend.
Can you maybe replace the thing that you did just with times? So then it would be 100 times 18 inches. Then it would actually be understandable. Just replace qubits with times and then the measurement. And maybe remove the S afterwards.
No.
Fucking peasant. In length. And you shall make 20 columns with the same number of bases of brass, the heads of which, with their engravings, shall be made of silver. In like manner, also throughout the length of the north side, there shall be hangings of over 100 times 18 inches, and 20 columns in the same number of bases of brass, and their heads with their engravings of silver. Also, fuck inches still. Use meters. Nobody cares about inches.
Nah, inches are funnier.
Yet truly,
we only measure things in dick sizes.
I mean, this entire book is a dick measuring contest. Hey, let me just make Pharaoh really not willing to comply so I can flex my god power that I'm not going to use to help you. Just because you're supposed to serve me, and I'm just going to use it to make you servants and not to help you because fuck you. This guy is unfamiliar with her. The fuck is hermeneutics? And who's Herman? Yes, truly, along the width of the atrium that looks out toward the west, there shall be hangings of 50 times 457 millimeters and 10 columns and the same number of bases. Likewise, along the width of the atrium that looks out towards the east, there shall be 50 times 457 millimeters.
Fucking ignoring that.
Along which there shall be assigned hangings of 15 times 457 millimeters for one side and 3 columns and the same number of bases. And along the other side, there shall be hangings occupying 15 times 457 millimeters with 3 columns and the same number of bases. Yet truly, at the entrances of the atrium, there shall be made a hanging of 20 times 457 millimeters of hyacinth and purple, and twice dyed scarlet, and fine twisted linen, wrought with embroidery. It shall have 4 columns, with the same number of bases. All the columns surrounding the atrium shall be clothed with layers of silver, with silver heads and bases of brass. In length, the atrium shall occupy 100 times 457 millimeters, in width 50. The height shall be 5 times 457 millimeters. And it shall be made of fine twisted linen, and it shall have bases of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle, for all uses and ceremonies, even to the tent pegs for its atrium, you shall make of brass. So, who's still following along? Really cares about the bases. Guess we should call him based god or something. Maybe he's just a brassist. He cares so much about brass. You're welcome. Instruct the sons of Israel so that they may bring you the purest oil of the olive trees, crushed with a pestle, so that a lamp may always burn in the tabernacle of the testimony, outside of the veil that enshrouds the testimony. And triple Aaron and his sons shall arrange it so that it may give light in the presence of the Lord until morning. This shall be a perpetual observance among the sons of Israel throughout their successions. So basically, you have to keep this place lit forever.
Super legit. Is it lit now?
I don't know. But I have hair in my mouth. Help.
Yeah, spit it out, question mark. Can't you spit or swallow?
Why not both?
Understandable.
I hope we're done with this shit now, because reading the laws was already painful enough, but I didn't know it could be this much worse.
At least it's not as bad as the family tree.
Hey, you speak for yourself.
I am.
Honestly, the family tree was not that bad. Exodus 28. Also, join to yourself your brother triple Aaron with his sons from the midst of the sons of Israel, so that they may exercise the priesthood for me. Triple Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And you shall make a holy vestment for triple Aaron, your brother, with glory and elegance. And you shall speak to all the wise of heart, whom I have filled with the spirit of pure prudence, so that they may make the vestments of triple Aaron, in which, having been sanctified, he may minister to me. So why does triple Aaron deserve all of this all of a sudden when Moses was doing all the work?
Because I don't know, God is racist or something? Question mark?
God wasn't racist. There was an accident when he killed all of the Egyptians. What the fuck do you mean? Excuse me? Now these shall be the vestments that they shall make: a breastplate and an ephod, a tunic and a close-fit linen garment, a headdress and a white belt. They shall make the holy vestments for your brother triple Aaron and his sons, so that they may exercise the priesthood for me. And they shall receive gold, and hyacinth, and purple, and twice-dyed scarlet, and fine linen. They shall make the ephod of gold, and hyacinth, and purple, and twice-dyed scarlet, and fine twisted linen, wrought with diverse colors. How many times is he gonna list all of these materials? Why not just group them into something like, I don't know, give a name for this combination? This is getting... I wish we could go back to the times where he just wanted everyone's foreskin and not just all of this. He's getting more and more greedy. Really doesn't sound suspicious at all that the writers prescribed for someone in particular to receive wealth. Corruption was already pretty popular back then. You just climb on a mountain. I have spoken to God, and he said, give all your money to my brother. That's...
Give me all of your money.
Seems believable. It shall have 2 edges joined at the top on both sides, so that they may respond as one. What?
Just one whole entire.
Okay, sure. Likewise, the weaving and all the detail work shall be of gold and hyacinth and purple and twice-dyed scarlet and fine twisted linen. And you shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel. 6 names on one stone and the remaining 6 on the other, according to the order of their birth. By the work of a sculptor and the skill of a jeweler, you shall engrave them with the names of the sons of Israel, enclosed and encompassed with gold. And you shall place them on both sides of the ephod, as a memorial to the sons of Israel. And triple Aaron shall carry their names before the Lord upon both shoulders as a remembrance. You shall also make hooks of gold and 2 little chains of purest gold linked to one another, which you shall insert into the hooks. Likewise, you shall make the breastplate of judgment, wrought with diverse colors, according to weaving of the ephod, of gold, hyacinth, and purple, and twice-dyed scarlet, and fine twisted linen. It shall have 4 corners and be doubled. So make 2 of them. Why don't you just say make 2? Or what is double referring to now? It shall have the measure of the palm of a hand, both in length and in width. And you shall set within it 4 rows of stones. The first row, there shall be a sardius stone, whatever the fuck that is, and a topaz, and an emerald. It's a sardius stone. Okay, apparently that's some kind of gem as well. What are you doing, Teras?
Yes.
We can literally hear the sounds of that. Just for everyone to understand, this is what I'm working with here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you have clothing to make?
Yes.
Will we get to see the good ending? I don't know, you'll have to ask Teras. I don't know how good he is at solitaire.
I'm like amazing or something.
Let me just mute that.
Yeah, I should have probably done that before.
I was wondering what the fuck it was. First I thought we were just playing hit songs from Call of Duty or something.
Never
where the fuck was it? Sardius stone. So basically just fancy stones. In the second, there shall be a garnet, a sapphire, and a jasper. Okay. In the third, there shall be a zircon, an agate, and an amethyst. What the fuck is zircon? Ooh, that looks fancy.
Yeah, it does.
In the fourth, there shall be a chrysolite, an onyx, and a beryl. Do a barrel roll. They shall be set in gold by their rows. Can I just point out? He's. No. What is this? Is he just make all of these clothes with those valuable gems for the sons of Israel, because reasons. Why? So I can distinguish them because I'm fucking blind and I wouldn't know if they're just common plebs or actually good people.
Yeah, that's the one.
Bible bingo would have been an idea also. Maybe there are some Diablo Cube recipes in the Bible too. No. Yeah, I mean, problem with the bingo would be that you would have to pay attention throughout all of it. And I have a fucking hair in my mouth. Help. And figuring out what to put on there up front would be a little difficult.
Bible bingo.
But don't worry, how much further is it? Hold on, let me just... We're here. How long does Exodus go on for? Okay, that's still quite a few pages. There. So on page 54 is where it ends, and then we will have another quiz, and everyone can participate. See who actually paid attention.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm looking forward to the Exodus quiz. How many cubits was the altar supposed to be in length? How many curtains were supposed to be joined together? How many times was gold mentioned? Oh my fucking god. And these shall have the names of the sons of Israel. With 12 names they shall be engraved, each stone with one name from the 12 tribes. You shall make chains of the purest gold, linked one to another on the breastplate, and 2 rings of gold, which you shall place at both ends of the breastplate. Both ends of the breastplate. I think I know what he's talking about, but wouldn't that just be at the neck and at the, like, bottom?
No, it's just a breastplate.
Ew. Yeah. And the golden chains you shall join to the rings, which are at its edges. And the ends of the chains themselves you shall couple with 2 hooks on both sides of the ephod, which look toward the breastplate. You shall also make 2 rings of gold, which you shall place at the ends of the breastplate, at the borders, which are away from the region of the ephod and which look toward its back. Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
how much fucking gold does he think they have?
All of it.
Basically, half of the things, if not more, that he mentioned has to be covered in gold. Make an entire altar where pretty much everything of it has to be covered in gold. Make
It's
all of these
pure gold
clothes,
as well.
which all have golden rings, and just... And while you're at it, cover every single person in the purest of gold. And then add some gold to the gold. Yo, dog, I heard you like gold. How much fucking gold did they have back then? Just remember that sold, killed sheep have to be paid back 4 times, but oxen 5 times when stolen. Who cares about laws? We have to obey the Lord in his requests. We have to build stuff for him.
Not wise.
Laws are secondary.
Since when do you know how to build things? I suppose you do have instructions.
I don't have a good response to that. And then you shall also make shall also make 2 other rings of gold, which are to be suspended on both sides at the bottom of the ephod, which looks out opposite the face of the lower juncture, so that the breastplate can be fitted to the ephod. And it shall be drawn tight to the rings of the breastplate by the rings of the ephod with a hyacinth band, so that the well-constructed juncture will remain in place. And the breastplate and the ephod will not be able to be separated from one another. And triple Aaron shall carry the names of the sons of Israel on the breastplate of judgment upon his chest, when he enters into the sanctuary, as a memorial in the presence of the Lord in eternity.
Interesting.
Then you shall place in the breastplate of judgment doctrine and truth, which shall then be upon triple Aaron's chest when he enters before the Lord. And he shall wear the judgment of the sons of Israel on his chest, in the sight of the Lord always. And speaking like Yoda, he does now, apparently.
Fuck's sake. Oh, can't believe you've done this.
I also like how they already had affixes back then, like breastplate of judgment. Like it's not just the breastplate or the breastplate of a person. No, it's the breastplate of judgment, which probably inherently gives it like +3 to strength or something.
Level up.
No. People haven't leveled up in ages. The experience requirements have been strongly increased in this second season of the Bible. They realized that it's been too fast. People leveled up too quickly.
God.
And you shall make the tunic for the effort entirely of hyacinth. And the head will be above its middle. Yeah, that's where a head usually is. With a hem woven around it. Holy shit, calm down out there.
Cargo, bro.
Jesus. Look at Discord Teras.
Yeah, we think I can't believe you've done this.
And the head will be above its middle, with the hem woven around it. Just as it's usually made at the end parts of a garment, so that it may not be easily broken. Yet truly, beneath it, at the base of the same tunic, all around, you shall make something like pomegranates from hyacinth and purple and twice-dyed scarlet, with little bells set in their midst. So then, there shall be a little golden bell and a pomegranate, and again another golden bell and a pomegranate. And Triple Aaron will be vested with it during the office of his ministry, so that the sound may be heard when he enters and exits the sanctuary in the sight of the Lord, and so that he may not die. Okay, maybe I'm just lacking imagination, but how does having bells and pomegranates on your clothing help you with not dying?
It's protection of it's yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Thick protection, you know.
And you shall make a plate of the purest gold, in which you shall engrave with the skill of a sculptor, holy to the Lord. And you shall fasten it with a band of hyacinth, and it shall be upon the headdress, hanging in front of the high priest. And Triple Aaron shall carry the iniquities of that which the sons of Israel have offered and sanctified, in all their gifts and donations. But the plate will always be at his forehead, so that the Lord may be well pleased with them.
Good. Yes.
So the Lord should be pleased when Triple Aaron is giving head?
Yes. Because it's quite a sight, to be fair. You should have seen it. It was, honestly, you'd be impressed.
Okay, but I like the holy to the Lord. I also want clothing that says that. And maybe just a Lord bucket with a crown over it or something. or a halo rather, I guess.
Holy Lord.
And you shall draw the tunic tight with fine linen, and you shall make a headdress of fine linen, and a white belt wrought with embroidery. Furthermore, for the sons of Triple Aaron, you shall prepare linen tunics and white belts, as well as headdresses with glory and elegance. With all these you shall vest your brother Triple Aaron and his sons with them. And you shall consecrate all their heads, and you shall sanctify them, so that they may exercise the priesthood for me. Let me guess, up next you shall immolate them? That was the order before. Consecrate, sanctify, immolate. The 3 stages of blessing. You shall also make linen undergarments in order to cover the flesh of their nakedness, from the kidneys all the way to the thighs. Wait.
Why is it so specific?
Okay, so make undergarments to cover their skin, basically. Sure. From the kidneys all the way to the thighs.
Yeah.
So Maybe you need to enlighten me. Where are the kidneys and where are the thighs?
They're
Maybe you could make a drawing, just a quick rough drawing to just show us where the clothing would be, the undergarment. That would not cover a lot.
Yes. Yes. Fuck. Yes. Yes. That's not. I cannot.
What are you?
This is a kidney.
That does not look healthy.
It's not supposed to be. It's not. How do I? Aha, rectangle. I guess. Done.
Okay, maybe I've been misinformed. I thought the thighs were somewhere else.
It's just like a belt cloth.
Thank you. Basically underpants. Don't worry, Mr. Burns. I know. I just wanted Teras to draw something because I knew it would be good.
I'm gonna go back to doing this now.
So I guess the lard really didn't like upskirting. So
No, that's fucking forbidden.
so for the cool people, for the OGs, they actually get undergarments. Everyone else, well, yeah, you're fair game, whatever, who cares? And Triple Aaron and his sons will use them when they enter the tabernacle of the testimony and when they approach toward the altar in order to minister in the sanctuary, lest, being guilty of iniquity, they may die. It shall be
Continuously kill over.
It shall be a law forever for Triple Aaron and for his offspring after him. Oh god, I hope I'm not an offspring of Triple Aaron.
Oh no, not Triple Aaron.
Exodus 29. And you shall also do this so that they may be consecrated to me in the priesthood. Take a calf from the herd and 2 immaculate rams, and unleavened bread, and a crust without leaven that has been sprinkled with oil. Likewise, unleavened cakes smeared with oil. You shall make them all from the same wheat flour. And, having placed them in baskets, you shall offer them,
To whom?
along with the calf and the 2 rams. And you shall bring forward Triple Aaron and his sons to the door of the tabernacle of testimony, of the testimony. And when you will have washed the daddy with his sons in water, you shall clothe the Triple Aaron in his vestments, that is, with the linen and the tunic and the ephod and the breastplate, which you shall draw together with the white belt. And you shall place the headdress on his head, and the holy plate upon the headdress. And you shall pour the oil of unction over his head, whatever the fuck that is. And so, by this rite, he shall be consecrated.
Oh no.
Likewise, you shall bring forward his sons, and you shall clothe them in the linen tunics, and wrap them with the white belt. Triple Aaron certainly, as well as his sons. And you shall impose headdresses upon them, and they shall be priests to me by a perpetual ordinance. After you have initiated their hands, you shall bring forward also the calf, in the presence of the tabernacle of the testimony. And Triple Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands upon its head. And you shall sacrifice in the sight of the lard, beside the door of the tabernacle of the testimony. And taking some of the blood of the calf, you shall place it among the horns of the altar with your finger. But the remainder of the blood you shall pour next to its base. And you shall take all the fat which covers its intestines, and the mesh of the liver, as well as the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and you shall offer them as a burnt offering upon the altar. Yet truly, the flesh of the calf, and the hide and the dung, you shall burn outside, beyond the camp, because it is for sin.
Is it?
Well, it is now. He makes the law.
Fuck.
You don't have a say in this, fuck you.
Oh no.
Likewise, you shall take 1 ram, and upon its head triple Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands. And when you will have sacrificed it, you shall take from its blood and pour it around the altar. Then you shall cut the ram into pieces, and having washed its intestines and feet, you shall place these upon the cut up flesh and upon its head. Wait, what? Hold on. Take 1 ram. Then
Just one, yes.
all the priest guys put their hands on it, on the head. Then you sacrifice it.
Yes.
Pour its blood all over the altar. Then you shall cut the ram into pieces, because this is the last resort, clearly. And having washed its intestines and feet,
pieces.
you shall place these, so the intestines and feet, upon the cut up flesh and upon its head. Is this like ancient teabagging? What the actual fucking...
Well, it is now.
Just cut it open, take the inside and place it on top of its head, point at it and start laughing. What the fuck? And you shall offer the entire ram as a burnt offering upon the altar. It is an oblation to the Lord, a most sweet odor of the victim of the Lord. Likewise, you shall take the other ram, upon whose head triple Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands. And when you will have immolated it, oh, there we go, you shall take of its blood and place it on the tip of the right ear of triple Aaron and his sons, and on the thumbs and big toes of their right hand and right foot. And you shall pour the blood upon the altar all around. What? Hold on.
Hold. What, mate?
Hold. So first of all, you take the second ram, you immolate it, which basically means you burn it. And then you take the blood, which didn't already go everywhere in the process of burning, I guess. Sure. I'm not too familiar with it. Maybe that's how it goes. You shall take its blood and smear the blood over the tip of the right ear of everyone, on everyone's thumbs, and big toes of their right hand and right foot. And also all around the altar. What the fuck? Why?
Why are you questioning the word of the Lord? Come on, man. I thought you knew better.
Because because it's bloody stupid.
Wow. Well, I guess you're not going to heaven.
You know, coming to think of it, would you want to go to heaven with the knowledge that heaven is where the Lord, this crazy motherfucker, resides? Would you want to be there?
Absolute fucking psychotic. Fuck.
You just get there and the first thing he's like, okay, do 1,000 push-ups and then you can actually come in. Okay, now
Just fucking peels you like a tangerine.
build me an ark, and then build me a temple, and then we'll see. Turns out paradise is actually just paradise for the Lord. Everyone else is just a slave up there.
Nice. I like that. That's a good idea.
And when you have taken from the blood that is on the altar and from the oil of unction, you shall sprinkle triple Aaron and his vestments, his sons and their vestments. And after they and their vestments have been consecrated, you shall take the fat of the ram, and the rump, and the lard that covers the internal organs, and the mesh of the liver, and the 2 kidneys along with the fat that is on them, and the right shoulder, because it is the ram of consecration, and 1 turn of bread, a crust sprinkled with oil, and a cake from the basket of unleavened bread, which was placed in the side of the lard. So just take a bunch of things, and you shall place all these in the hands of triple Aaron and his sons, and you shall sanctify them, lifting them up in the sight of the Lord. And you shall take all these things from their hands, and burn them upon the altar as a holocaust, as a most sweet odor in the sight of the Lord, because it is his oblation. Likewise, you shall take the chest of the ram, with which triple Aaron was initiated, and you shall sanctify it, lifting it up in the sight of the Lord, and it will fall to your share. What? It will fall to your share?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Fuck. It's when it falls and then no, your share. Yeah.
Gonna be yours. What? Wait, which? I mean, is it the chest of the immolated or non-immolated ram? Because if it's the chest of the immolated ram, I don't know how useful that is. Thanks, Lard. Very cool. Yeah. Burnt chest of a ram. Thanks. And you shall sanctify it, both the consecrated chest and the shoulder that you separated from the ram, with which triple Aaron was initiated with his sons. And these will fall to the share of triple Aaron and his sons as a perpetual oath by the sons of Israel. For these are the greatest and the first of their victims of peace, which they offer to the Lord. Good lamb, what's your issue? Well, I don't know how they immolated it and how well they did that, so...
Become lamp.
And then the lamb comes back and is very angry, and that's how you got wrath of the lamb?
Yes.
But the holy vestment which triple Aaron shall use, his sons shall possess after him, so that they may be anointed in it, and their hands may be consecrated. For 7 days, he who is high priest in his place, and who enters the tabernacle of the testimony to minister in the sanctuary, shall use it. But you shall take the ram of consecration and cook its flesh in the holy place. And triple Aaron and his sons shall feed on it. Likewise, the loaves which are in the basket, they shall consume in the vestibule. Or the fuck you pronounce that word, I forgot. I see what you did there, Teras.
You didn't see anything.
It shows in the chapter thingies. In the vestibule of the tabernacle of the testimony, so that it may be an appeasing sacrifice, and so that the hands of those who offer may be sanctified. A stranger shall not eat from these, for they are holy. Thanks, Teras.
You're welcome.
And what may remain until morning of the consecrated flesh or of the bread, you shall burn. You shall burn these remnants with fire. These shall not be eaten, because they have been sanctified. All that I have instructed you concerning triple Aaron and his sons, you shall do. For 7 days shall you consecrate their hands, and you shall offer a calf for sin on each day as an atonement. And you shall cleanse the altar when you will have immolated the victim of expiation, and you shall anoint it for sanctification.
Anointed. I'm purely again.
Yes, that's exactly what they were referring to.
Oh god, good. What were the anointing?
For 7 days you shall expiate, whatever the fuck. What does that even mean, actually? I was hoping they would only use that word once. Expiate, okay. For 7 days you shall expiate and sanctify the altar, and it shall be the Holy of Holies. Oh, hey, we figured out what the Holy of Holies is. It's an altar when you sanctify it for 7 days.
Why?
Well, obviously, not just sanctify. You need to expiate and sanctify it, and then it becomes a Holy of Holies. All those who will touch it must be sanctified. This is what you shall acquire for the altar. Oh. Seriously.
I like the disappointment in your voice.
2 1-year-old lambs, each day continually. Wait. 2 1-year-old lambs, each day continually. 1 lamb in the morning and the other in the evening. What does that mean, each day continually?
Every day.
So you need to sacrifice 2 lambs each day for 7 days.
Yes.
1 lamb in the morning and the other in the evening. For the 1 lamb, a 10th part of fine flour sprinkled with crushed oil, which shall have the measure of the fourth part of a hin, and wine for a libation of the same measure. Oh, cool. More units of measurement. What the fuck is a hin?
What the fuck?
I'm so glad I did not look for this on stream. I cannot show this on stream. I'm sorry. I literally cannot. Teras. Feel free to open up DuckDuckGo and type in what the fuck is a hin and see what comes up.
Jesus fucking Christ. I think we should move the stream to a different website.
Oh my fucking god, did I misspell it? Wait, where was it? Please spell it in chat. That is exactly what I typed into the search engine of my choice, which is DuckDuckGo. I don't know if it's different if you type into Google. I mean, it most likely is because Google customizes the results, obviously. So, yeah, if you want to find out, feel free to try. Where the fuck was it? There, of a hin. Okay. What is a hin? Unit, maybe. Hin, meaning unit of measurement, and FAQs. What is hin? Hin is an ancient Hebrew unit of measurement that was used to measure liquid and is equal to about 1.5 US gallons, 5.7 liters. The first ever known use of hin was in the 14th century. I thought the Bible was a little older, to be honest. Well, I guess we figured it out. The Bible was written in the 14th century or after. Hebrew liquid, approximately 5 liters. Well, this one says 5.7, so we'll just roll with this. Hin. About 5.7 liters. Or the Bible never happened. Well, then what am I reading right now? And no, a piece of garbage is not a valid answer to this question, even though it's technically correct. Truly, the other lamb you shall offer in the evening, according to the ritual of the morning oblation, and according to what we have said, as an odor of sweetness. Why is he so obsessed with odors of sweetness? Burn them. Love the smell of burned flesh, yes. Give me more.
Wise.
Psychopath. It is a sacrifice to the Lord by a perpetual oblation among your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the testimony before the Lord, which I resolve to speak to you, where I resolve to speak to you. And there I will instruct the sons of Israel, and the altar shall be sanctified by my glory. I will also sanctify the tabernacle of the testimony with the altar, and triple Aaron with his sons to exercise the priesthood for me. And I will live in the midst of the sons of Israel, and I will be their skytus. And they shall know that I am the Lord their skytus, who led them away from the land of Egypt, so that I might dwell among them. I am the Lord their skytus.
Oh my god.
One question.
Yes.
Is he the Lord their skytus? Not really clear.
So.
It wasn't mentioned. It wasn't really clear from the text. Fiction. Oh, I thought you meant as in the writing of the Bible. Well, when the Bible took place, I don't know, but it was used when the Bible was written, I guess. So it was used at whatever point the Bible was written. That was what I was referring to. Triple Aaron with the priesthood. Triple Aaron is really getting all the good stuff. Exodus 30. You shall also make an altar for the burning of incense from setim wood, having 1 times 457 millimeters in length, and another in width. That is 4 equal sides, and 2 times 457 millimeters in height. Horns shall proceed from the same, and you shall clothe it with the purest gold, both its grating and the walls around it, and also the horns. And you shall make for it a crown of gold in a circle, and 2 gold rings under the crown on each side, so that the bars may be set in them, and the altar may be carried. Why does everything have to be like... Is he just expecting them to always be moving around?
Yes.
Like everything has to have wooden bars to be carried. Also, you shall make its bars of satin wood, and you shall overlay them with gold. Oh hey, what a surprise! And you shall set the altar opposite the veil, which hangs in front of the Ark of the Testimony, before the propitiatory with which the testimony is covered, where I will speak to you. And triple Aaron shall burn incense upon it, a sweet fragrance in the morning. When he lights the lamps, he shall burn it. And when he assembles them in the evening, he shall burn an everlasting incense before the Lord throughout your generations. You shall not offer upon it incense of another composition, nor an oblation, nor a victim. Neither shall you offer libations. And triple Aaron shall pray over its horns once a year with the blood of what was offered for sin, and he shall make atonement over it in your generations. It shall be the holy of holies to the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, when you have taken the sum of the sons of Israel, according to their number, each shall give a price for their souls to the Lord, and there will be no scourge among them when they will be reviewed. Is this a threat? This sounds like a threat.
Taking a sum of the souls according to the number, each shall give a price of their souls to the Lord, and there will be no scourge. Oh, yeah, it might be.
Like, give me money. Everyone has to pay for their soul, so everyone has to pay. And then there will be no scourge. Like, just pay me. Then I'm not gonna kill you. It's all, yeah. I'm not sure, but that sounds like a threat. Then all those who pass shall give by name 1/2 shekel, according to the measure at the temple. A shekel has 20 obols. The half part of a shekel shall be offered to the Lord. He who has been numbered from 20 years and above shall give the price. The rich shall not add to the half shekel, and the poor shall diminish nothing. So everyone has to pay the same?
Perhaps.
And the money received, which was collected from the sons of Israel, you shall deliver for the uses of the tabernacle of the testimony, so that it may be a memorial of them before the Lord, and he may act favorably towards their souls. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, you shall also make a bronze wash tub. So this is where the hot tubs originated from. You shall make a bronze wash tub with its base to wash in, and you shall place it between the tabernacle of the testimony and the altar. And when water has been added, triple Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and feet in it, when they enter the tabernacle of the testimony and when they approach the altar, so as to offer incense to the Lord upon it. Otherwise, they may die. Of course. As always, if you don't follow the rules, you will literally just die. This shall be an everlasting law to him and to his offspring throughout their successions. I'm starting to imagine just like a real-time strategy game. He's like, okay, you build this building over here, and then on the opposite side of this, you will build an altar with this measurement and this, and then over here you will build this, and you will deliver your sacrifices over here. Just micromanaging a colony, basically.
Oh my god, it's just like a really complex game of settlers.
Age of Empires, Lardology.
The Age of Circumcision.
And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take for yourself aromatics, of the first and best myrrh 500 shekels, and of cinnamon half as much. That is 250 shekels, in case you suck at math, because you're fucking dumb. Of sweet flax, similarly, 250. But of cassia, 500 shekels, by the weight of the sanctuary. And of the oil of olives, the measure of a hin. And you shall make the holy oil of unction, and an ointment composed with the skills of a perfumer. And with it you shall anoint the tabernacle of the testimony, and the ark of the testament, and the table with its vessels, and the lampstand. Oh hey, they come into play again. And its utensils. I presume that's supposed to be its, but I don't fucking know. The altars of incense and of holocaust, and all the items that pertain to their rituals. And you shall sanctify everything. They shall be the holy of holies. Also, we're just making more and more holy of holies?
Yes.
Just mass producing a new product. Just a generic term. It's just like a loot box. A holy of holy can be basically anything.
Oh no, we're opening loot boxes.
He
Imagine
who
Age
will-
of Empires of loot boxes.
He who will touch them must be sanctified. And let me guess, if you touch them without being sanctified, you die. Because that's what happens in the Bible, apparently. You shall anoint triple Aaron and his sons, and you shall sanctify them, so that they may exercise the priesthood for me. Likewise, you shall say to the sons of Israel, this oil of unction will be holy to me throughout your generations. The flesh of man shall not be anointed from it, and you shall not make any similar compound, for it has been sanctified, and it shall be holy to you. Please, can I keep my foreskin today?
No.
Whatever man will have composed such a thing, and have given it to a stranger, he shall be exterminated from his people. Oh, okay. So if you make more of this, you will literally be exterminated.
Brilliant.
So whoever tries to make more. And the Lord said to Moses. I mean, all of this was what the Lord said to Moses. So why is it just okay? We end the speech here, and the Lord said to Moses, even though this is what he said to him this entire time, I believe. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying all of this. Yeah, fucking pointless. Take to yourself aromatics, what the fuck? What is all of this? Apparently, it's not even a word. Cool. Thank you. Why can I not? What's the? I think that's pronounced stacte.
Imagine pronouncing things.
Actually, I don't care enough to look it up. Take to yourself aromatics, stacte and onycha, galbanum of sweet odor, and the clearest frankincense. All these shall be of equal weight. So you can take however much you want, but just take an equal amount of all of them. And you shall make incense composed with the skills of a perfumer, diligently mixed and pure, and most worthy of a sanctification. And when you have crushed all these into a very fine powder, you shall place some of it before the tabernacle of the testimony, in the place where I will appear to you. The Holy of Holies shall this incense be to you. Oh hey, we made another Holy of Holies. Cool. You shall not make such a compound for your own uses, because it is holy to the Lord. Whatever man will have made anything similar, so as to thoroughly enjoy its smell, he shall perish from his people. How can I pay the fine if I were to continue?
No. To not. PayPal only.
Weak, Teras, you're getting weak. Wasn't even 2 hours.
Oh, that's because you're reading too fast or something.
Yes, of course.
But I mean, I was gonna disappear anyway. I mean, you can continue without me, but I'm gonna have to disappear because oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I need to go?
Where do you need to go? Do you have incenses to make?
Right, so look in the camera. So get your hands, like spread them apart about 20 centimeters. Like show it to the camera, like your hands spread apart, like as if you're showing something, like size wise, right? Yeah, are you with me?
Me and I'm totally good at estimating 20 centimeters. That's like this much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the size of a shit I have to go to right now.
Why do you need to? Why didn't you just give me the size in cubits like a normal person?
Oh my fucking god. Oh fuck. That's like what, 3/4 of a cubit?
Did I hear 20-hour stream? No, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I tried once and I didn't make it to 22 hours.
Well, rude.
And there's very little point in doing that, no.
If I had incentive, I probably could do a 24-hour stream of something.
The main problem is, if you don't have people around towards the end, you will get very tired. Good luck.
Anyway, amen, brothers. I'm gonna head out. It's an emergency.
I don't think I don't want to ask any further questions.
Oh, good.
You know what? You go and leave and make your sacrifices to the Lord.
Oh, yes, exactly. I'm gonna fucking pray and everything.
Just make sure you sanctify the toilet.
Oh, I will.
Just smear oil all over the seats.
Oh, wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna head out swiftly.
Well, good luck heading. Oh no, he's done the thing where he leaves. Help. Where's my... There it is. Today's Sunday, so next stream would be tomorrow with Code Vein again, if you're interested in that. Otherwise, most likely next Friday, unless we have to reschedule for whatever reason. But current plan is more Bible next Friday. And then, unless something changes, but unlikely, plan is to do a subathon stream next Sunday. I'll basically start sort of as soon as I can. So it might be like noon my time, which would be basically 4 hours ago. It's 4 p.m. here right now. Maybe even sooner than that. And for those who are not familiar with the concept of subathon, you go for a certain amount of time, so let's say 2 hours, and the more money people throw at you, the longer you go for. I will be playing Getting Over It, which if you are not familiar with it, if you played QWOP, QWOP, it's by the same guy. It's just a game that's sort of designed to be frustrating, tedious, and just a rage game of sorts, I guess. Sure. Never heard of that. But anyways, yeah, if you're interested in that, next Sunday. Also by that guy. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but I guess, yeah, if he made that. Don't think I really have anything else to say. Join the Discord if you haven't already. !Discord or scroll down below. Also check out my YouTube channel. There should be some videos, some new videos coming on the YouTube channel soon. I'm still currently working on them, but I'm still working on getting all the Bible streams on YouTube, and then also a few other videos. More details will follow on that. And I think that's about it, so it's rating time now. Also, just a small side note, I guess. I might be streaming on my other channel later today, so Budget Skytus. Just some casual Project Diablo 2 grinding. So if you're not familiar with that channel, basically low to no effort streams. It's just, you just want to watch or just hang out, feel free to stop by. I don't really make much conversation unless someone in chat initiates it, so if you just want a stream to lurk in, that's not the place. But if you just want more Skytus, it's there. We're gonna be rating Dark Tanker. He's playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So for those of you not familiar with him, he's a speedrunner. He mainly speedruns Mortal Kombat games, or the old Mortal Kombat games, like the arcade retro Mortal Kombat ones. I never really played them, so I'm not too familiar with them. And he also started speedrunning Diablo 1 a few months ago. So he alternates like between the two. So if you're interested in Mortal Kombat, join in on the raid. I'll be hanging out over there, and maybe I'll see you on a Budget Skytus stream later today. Not sure. Otherwise, see you on Monday, if you would like. Goodbye. I'm leaving. I have things to sanctify, places to be, holies to holy.